right, people. Goes without saying there are tons of different electric bikes on the market today. We've got small bikes, we've got big bikes, we've got skinny tire bikes, we've got fat tire bikes, we've got 3-wheel bikes, we've got 4-wheel bikes, we have cheap bikes, we have expensive bikes, on and on. So what I did was I pulled some of the leading e-bike vloggers out there and asked them if they had $5,000 to spend on a dream bike, what would they buy? And if they had $10,000 to spend on a dream bike, what would they buy? So we're gonna go into that right now, and you're gonna hear each of their opinions, and then at the end, I'm gonna give my opinion, all right? So stay tuned.
What's up, Shopper Films here, and I'm answering the question for the freaking shredder. Question is, what bike would you buy if you had $5,000? I would say I would either buy a Super 73R or a Spark Bandit. If I had $10,000 to spend, I would probably try to get a Cake. That's probably like my dream bike for that price. Otherwise, I'd go with the Hug Cycle Stinger 3000. Boom.
If I had $5,000, the Buzz Raw X. Because by the time I'm finished with it, it's probably gonna cost me around $5,000. If I had $10,000 to spend on e-bikes, I would go for the Circuit e-bike kit because of how much power you can fit in that thing and how beefy it is.
Hey, what's up guys? It's Peter Parker here. If I had 5K, I would probably get the Bandit from Spark Cycles, or I would get the Super 73 RX Malibu edition. I feel like that bike is super underrated. It's a really great bike, and a lot of people haven't really seen it fully. I have, and I really recommend that bike if I had 5K for sure. If I had 10K, I would probably get the Stinger SX by Hug Cycle. I think that one's a really cool e-bike. And maybe a Sur-Ron, but I think the Hug is cooler. Thanks.
So if I had $5,000 to spend on an e-bike, 100% it would be the Sur-Ron, and you have to slap that BAC 4000 on there. You definitely can't go wrong with this purchase. You're gonna have a lot of fun with this bike. So for the $10,000 e-bike, I know it's gonna be a controversial one. It's gonna be the Zero FX. That bike is awesome. I know it's actually pretty much a motorcycle. It's considered an enduro bike, but what's awesome about that bike is you can go on-road and off-road and get it registered and ride it legally on the road. So those are my picks for the $5,000 and a $10,000 bikes. Thank you, the freaking Shredder, for having me on the channel, and I'll see you on the next ride.
What's up? I'm Dylan Thompson, and if I had $5,000 to spend on an e-bike, I would probably build a 72-volt Stealth Bomber clone with Alibaba. And if I had $10,000, I would probably get a Cake Calc or a used Alta Redshift. Subscribe to the freaking Shredder.
Freaking Shredder, it's your boy David, brand new, back with another video for you. And your question was, if I had $5,000, what e-bike would I buy? I would buy a Sur-Ron, and I would use the extra money to make it my own, mod it up, you know what I'm saying? And then your second question was, if I had $10,000, what e-bike would I get? I would get one of those Cake bikes, all right? I don't know what the joint costs, but I know it's close to $10,000, so I'm gonna go with the Cake joint, all right? And there's your answer. Peace.
All right, you didn't think I was gonna give you my picks, did you? For me, if it was the $5,000 one, I would get the Rumble Motors V3, which is like a badass electric motorcycle looking kind of thing with like a half moon cutout in the body. It's so freaking cool. And then for $10,000, I would get the Outrider USA Nomad, which is actually a 3-wheel bike. All-terrain, badass power, so freaking cool. That's what I would get. So those would be my picks. Thanks.